Yo, what's going on, guys? Your boy Pwny Montana, and in this video, we are going to be going over how to shut down the run in Madden 22. This is something that a lot of people have been commenting on other videos. They're struggling stopping the run, so this video is going to be for you guys. I love the recommendation. So before I get into it, if you guys are new to the channel, do not forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, comment down below on anything you guys would like to see on the channel, anything you're struggling with, man. If I have any tips to help, I will post it on the channel for you. Now, let's get right into it. I did post a best defensive video, but I failed to talk about the run stuffing mechanics of said video. So in this video, we're going to be going over pretty much everything that you're going to need to know, everything I do to stop the run as best as possible to the best of my ability. Now, we're going to be coming out in nickel 335 wide. It is still the probably the biggest meta defense in Madden in general. It's meta. It will always be meta because it's because of the safety situation where you could put safeties at all the linebacker spots. So you're running around with 99 speed pretty much everywhere if you guys are playing Madden Ultimate Team. And I also put a video out on how to play really good, just simple defense out of it. So I'm going to go over the mistake that we keep making, and then I'm going to go over what you guys can do to fix that mistake. Now, personnel wise, in 335 wide, you guys should know that you guys are able to substitute a safety, in the middle linebacker spot. And right now, I already took the liberty of taking Derwin James and putting him in the middle linebacker spot. Now, hopping right into it, everybody does the same thing when it comes to this formation specifically. They run Mike Blitz 3, cover 4, show 2, or they run the Mike Blitz 0 because the formations don't change. They sit there and they come out and you're pretty much base aligned as long as you're coming out and pressing. The only time it changes is if you're running the cover 4 or the cover 2 because of the linebacker situation. If someone like flips their play, it completely changes the alignment of your play. Another reason why sometimes we should come out and flip our play, because it kind of gives you tells and reasonings to know that they're not sitting there running Mike Blitz 3. But enough about that. This is a run stuffing video. So the mistake that we all keep making is we're running Mike Blitz 3 the same way that we used to run it 6 months ago when the game first came out. I even posted a video on it myself. And the way that we used to do it was we used to press, crash up, contain, and take our user and take them out of whatever blitzing angle it was. Now, granted, this still works from time to time, but it is very, very frustrating when your user gets absolutely just grabbed by whoever it is that is running the ball. So again, we're gonna just do the same thing. And right now they're in a shotgun formation, and we're gonna try to do the same thing. Now, granted, again, I'm not saying it doesn't work, but it is very, very, very inconsistent, especially with the good runners that play Madden nowadays. It's been very inconsistent. Now, right now, we're not showing that it's inconsistent at all. But if you guys want to run this as your run defense, by all means, run it. You're going to press, spread your D-line, crash your D-line up, contain, and then you're going to take your user. Make sure he's not in a blitzing angle. I like to put him in a purple or some type of hard flat. So after that, I feel like he's running towards the right side. And then we simply try our best to loop through and try to get a tackle. Now, I'm going to show the replay on that because the loop didn't work that time. So we try to loop through. And as you can see, 52 ended up grabbing us. Now, granted, that was the center. And typically, that's the guy that we run around. And that's one of the reasons why we take our guy and we take him off of that blitzing angle, because we don't want them to register us as somebody who's, going to be there and annoy you. So let's do that one more time. This time I'm not going to be where it shows up on the top of my guy's head, the little points. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I'm going to go ahead and bring in my trusty red arrow. You see these little yellow dots right here? These are the pass rush points. I'm going to back up to where they're not on the field, and this is going to help you guys with shooting gaps and stuff, because the linemen aren't going to target you as quickly as they would if you're right on the line, like I just shown there. Now, that's the mistake that we keep making, is we're running the same defense from forever ago. And the reasoning for that is because we're comfortable in it. So why not run the same thing that we've been comfortable running for months on end if you guys are still in this formation? Now, the concept that I'm going to bring to you is going to be able, you're going to be able to use this in any single nickel, 3-3-4, 4-3, whatever the case may be. Even dime, but unfortunately, you can get weak boxed in these formations, so be wary of that. Like, make sure that you're not always, jumping into something like this. If someone is running heavily on you, you don't want to be in a nickel, you don't want to be in a nickel with no linemen, no linebackers, you don't want to be in dime, you don't want to be in dollar, you don't want to be in anything that's really pass heavy, like pass defense heavy. So wide was such a beautiful thing, and the reason was that it was able to stuff the run. So the reason why I'm still in wide is because I run my run defense out of two different plays, excuse me. I run them out of cover 1 robber and Sam 3 will blitz. Now the reasoning for that, and I'm just going to call this will blitz, and I'm going to call a random run here. The reasoning for that is because now instead of the 2 high safety situation, I press and we have only 1 single high safety. Now, when I do that, I'm able to take use of that safety, and I'm able to pretty much user him instead of using a middle linebacker. Now, if you guys want to check your run fits, you hold L2, and then you press square, or left trigger and X, or you can hold left trigger and press O, or B if you guys are on the Xbox, and it'll show you the run fits on both sides of the ball, the left and right side, as you can see. Left side, right side, left side, right side, left side, right side. Now, I unfortunately changed my play. So let's run that. Let's switch it back up. And again, the right side, left side. Everybody's pretty much in the run fits except for the cornerbacks. Now, if I take my deep blue safety, because we also have the safety help that came down instead of staying up where he initially was, you can do the same exact concept. Crash up, contain, or you can actually leave them where they are. But I like to crash up and contain because I feel like it helps with the with the run stuff. And then you're going to be able to pretty much loop right through. And you could do that non-stop. So again, and we're running random runs out of this. I don't know which side they're running on. Oh, I don't know why we ended up running a passing play, but Patrick Mahomes is a god. Doesn't get tackled there. Let's call a timeout real quick so we can actually run actual run plays in a run stuffing video. And I apologize if this video ends up being long, but I like to be thorough in my descriptions and my explanations, because the more thorough I am, the better I feel like you guys can become. So yeah, let's do it one more time. So again, this is a different situation. And that's what we're going to keep doing. We're going to keep on going over situations and situational football, because that's what football is. We're going to crash up. Now, in this situation, you could potentially think that they're running or passing. So instead of using the safety like this, I'm going to take this middle linebacker, Derwin James, and I'm going to put him in a deep blue because he stays in the run fits. He stays in the run fit while our user is now free to pretty much shoot a gap. Once again, he has his running back on the left side in a shotgun formation. So we're going to do the same thing. Shotgun formation leads to us pretty much trying to shoot a gap through whichever side he's running on. Now that time my user was terrible. It's hard trying to user two different controllers. But this is a perfect example of something where you guys are going to want to shift your D-line towards the right side instead of keeping it as is, as the same way that we had it. As you can see, we're absolutely run stuffing every single play pretty much. And that's simply because we have everybody in the run fit, from the safeties except for the cornerbacks. Now, one thing that you guys can do for your cornerbacks is man them up, but sometimes you're not going to want to man them up. But if you think that they're going to sit there and run the ball on you, man them up. There's nothing wrong with manning anybody up, especially if you have some zones out there to help out. So we're going to be able to pretty much clog up any hole that is on the field by running something where there's a single high safety, because we're going to take use of that single high safety. Now, right now, he's in a shotgun formation with the running back on the right side. So what you're going to want to do is take your user, same setup. We're going to crash up, contain, take your user, and make sure that he's on the same side as that running back. Because how many times do you guys see someone run a counter out of shotgun? The most that they're going to do is run an 0-1 trap. And then you're going to take your user. And we were there for whatever gap shoot, but obviously he ran towards the outside. Our contain is there, and we're good to go. Another situation here, crash up. The strong side is towards the right side. They have 2 extra tight ends over there, so you guys can take the liberty of shifting your defense over towards that right side or leaving them where they are, just making sure that your user is gunning towards that outside. And as you can see, my user just looped around. I dove right at him, and I was able to stuff him for a gain of nothing. And I'm actually going to show the replay on that because it looked like Chris Harris was able to get the tackle, but it wasn't Chris Harris. I dove at his feet first, if you can see. So give me my defensive points on that. Chris Harris was there to help clean up the tackle. Football is a team sport. We don't mind that, and that's exactly what we're looking for when it comes to stuff in the run. Now, excuse me. Last thing that I would like to mention when it comes to run stuffing, if you guys are having trouble stuffing any type of run, use an ability. It's not going to hurt to use an ability. Now, granted, some of us want to utilize our abilities elsewhere, and that's perfectly fine. But sometimes we get caught off guard when it comes to these. When it comes to a lot of the players online, we get caught off guard where they'll sit there and you'll think it's a passing formation. And that time I absolutely butchered the loop around. You'll think it's a passing formation, and they'll catch you off guard by running those inside stuffs, outside stuffs. That's what they're there for. They're there to help you guys out. This is an ability-based game. Do not be afraid. Do not shy away from using abilities. Now, I'm going to call timeout just to showcase that everything I have talked about right now also works out of cover one robber, which is also one of the best defensive man coverage plays. If you guys did not know, for some reason, it works better than 2-man under. Excuse me. Cover one contain, not cover one robber. I apologize for that. Let me go back. Where is it? Cover one contain. And then we're going to go ahead and random play. Because, again, we have that single high safety. So we're doing the same exact thing. We have the single high safety. And we're going to be able to pretty much, like, for some reason, it just creates better sheds. It's just better at stopping the run. And remember, you guys can do the same concept out of any single formation that you guys are running. Now he's running towards the right side, it looks like. Nope, he's not, and he ends up breaking a tackle. See, we can't do anything about tackles being broken or anything like that. If they're breaking tackles, there's not much that we can do. Now, I want to get one good stuff in before let me actually showcase some run defense here. Good hit stick. Now, I'm going to go showcase this specific concept out of a different formation. And again, that was an 0-1 trap, and we were able to completely shut it down with this same exact concept. So I'm going to go into a different formation. I'll hop into like a 3-4 just to showcase what I mean by you can run this out of any single formation. And I'm going to go in over. I'm not even going to be in 3-4 odd like everybody likes to run. And cover one QB contain. And we're going to call a random run here. And it's going to be the same concept. Now, I'm not going to shift my D-line. I'm going to let them run rampant. And we're already expecting them to run with their running back towards the right side because that's where the running back is. So our user, we butchered the loop on that one. Now, our user is simply, I actually don't like when the defensive tackle is where he's at right now. But our user is pretty much gonna act as that clogger pretty much when it comes to these formations. Oh, I don't know why I'm on Adderley here. Come on, hurry up. So whoever is on the running back in a shotgun formation, your job is pretty much to make sure that running back doesn't torch you. Now we actually got the loop there. Unfortunately, the dive was very, very bad. And I'm doing a horrible job at showcasing that you can actually stuff the run. But as you can see, I do shoot the gap. I just ended up shooting it a little too wide, and instead we would have got torched on the run there. So let's do that one more time. Let's do that one more time. Right now, I have no idea where they're running. I came out in this 3-4 over thinking that I would be able to actually run it, but I really don't like the alignment in it. It's just way too clogged. It's way too clogged for them to run out of anything like this. So if in this formation specifically, I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna shift it towards the right side because I don't want that defensive tackle to be like where he's lined up. Now that boom, that's how I'm gonna end it. I don't want this video to be 20 minutes long on stuffing the run, but if you guys made it this far, I thank you because hey, why not? I appreciate you guys tuning into these videos. But as you can see, the gap shoot works, and it works out of everything. And it's simply because we have so many people that are in the run fit that you're going to be able to stuff pretty much any run in Madden 22. If you guys want better coverage, put some inside stuffs, put some outside stuffs, do not use run stopper. One of the biggest things that people fail to do is they put run stopper to stop the run in Madden 22, and the run stopper ability is absolutely awful. You are much better off using a defensive tackle or some defensive end that has, inside stuff for 1 AP, because it's the same thing essentially. Hopefully this video, as long as it was, helps you guys out that are struggling with gap shooting runs. But you can take this concept and pretty much utilize it in any single playbook. Any playbook that you guys have, you can utilize this concept. And as you can see, I don't know how good the Chiefs O-line is in this game, but the Chargers clearly outweighs them by a ton. But I'm out of here, folks. Hopefully this video helps you guys out. My name is Pwny Montana, and as always, 2 fingers, deuces, and peace out, you guys.